This guy here, Dan Wooten, you probably know, wrote some bad things about Johnny Depp in The Sun. False allegations as a matter of fact. But now, Dan's got allegations out against him. Not only that, Dan's been let go from the Daily Mail from lucrative contract. Not only that, Dan's been suspended from GB News. Not only that, apparently, Dan will be investigated by the UK police. Time will tell on that how that goes. As you can see, the Byline Times here, who is investigating Dan and has something new out on Dan. It's called Exploding Mexit, How Dan Wooten and a Cash for Leaks Scandal Split the Monarchy from October 25th, 2023. Now, they cite some articles they will print in the future, and they've got a lot of them. So let's see about this here. King Charles pushed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex into commercial deals in the US by withdrawing £700,000 funding for a trial year in Canada over a royal cash leak scandal sparked by none other than journalist Dan Wooten, Byline Times can reveal. The financial sanction stemmed from a refusal to remove from legal papers the name of a Kensington Palace aide whose partner was receiving money from the Sun newspaper executive editor, allegedly for stories about Mexit and Prince Archie. It resulted in the collapse of the Sandringham Agreement stuck under the late Queen in January 2020 to give Prince Harry and Meghan Markle an opportunity to escape the royal press rota in the UK and continue in public service from North America. Now, as part of a 3-year investigation into the conduct of Wooten, which has already unmasked him as a serial catfish and sparked a Metropolitan Police probe, Byline Times is publishing a 3-part special into his dealings with the royal household. Like I mentioned before in my intro, that's the police probe I was talking about. We're waiting on the details for that. The full stories are available to read in the first retail edition of the Byline Times, available in shops on Thursday or online by subscription. They reveal how. Okay, so subscription only, paid for only. So most likely I won't get into those because I'm not sure I should or could cover paid content. I've actually donated to the Byline Times for their good work, so I hope they make their money. But anyway, let's take a look at some headlines. Prince Harry and Meghan were forced out of the Sandringham Agreement to continue in public service from Canada when his father pulled the plug on funding. It followed news that a partner of a key aide to Prince William received £4,000 from the Sun, allegedly for stories about the Duke and Duchess when Wooten was executive editor. The payments came to light in anonymous whistleblower emails claiming to be from administration workers within the Murdoch newspaper publishing empire. They told how the payments had provoked panic at the Sun and claimed senior executives quietly brushed the matter under the carpet. The payments allegedly related to stories about Archie's nannying and godparent arrangements and Wooten's January 2020 break-in story about so-called Mexit. The Met Police looked into the alleged leaking, but could not go to a judge for a warrant to search royal staff property without knowing the identity of the whistleblowers. The 2 royal investigations followed, one involving Simon Case, who's today the embattled head of the civil service facing questions over government's response to the pandemic. So they've got no shortage of information and things to talk about on Dan, which would make sense because, as you know, a few of them at the staff worked with Dan for a while. And it continues, as if that wasn't enough. Byline Times has uncovered photographic evidence of Wooten, the aide, and the aide's partner at a lavish private birthday party Wooten threw for his close friends in a £1,675 a night hotel. I almost said dollars. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean. A lot of money for a hotel. Prince Harry sent formal letters before action detailing the claims about Wooten and the palace to News UK. When the aide's name was not removed from the legal letters, the Sussexes were cut adrift financially and left unable to protect themselves despite having a security threat level equal to the monarch. The royal household had thought the threat of exposure would force Harry and Meghan to return to the UK, where their profile could be controlled, preventing them from eclipsing the future king. But it drove a wedge through the royal family and set in train events leading to Prince Harry's book Spare, a sting of high profile commercial media deals and ongoing bad blood in the British monarchy. They once again say the full stories can be available online, and they contain sensitive and private information about the royal family. They say they've got some stuff from emails directly, which is always nice, and also the photographs. So although in this article they didn't exactly go from point A to Z, they detail a lot of things, and they let everyone know, they let the world know, they've still got the goods on Dan. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.